So we've talked about a lot of stuff lately. There's just one other thing I want to touch on. So we've talked about hard times, different settings, challenges at home, but the reality is some people just may not be coping. And that's okay. But I'm not one to offer professional or practical advice on the matter, so we've found somebody that is. And it's the one and only, the ultimate MoBro himself, Tommy Windsor.
G'day guys, and thanks Josh for a few of those insights into your day and everything that we're doing at the moment. I managed to keep my shirt on for this video call, but thanks for joining us. I'm just here. I'm not a medical health professional. I'm just a MoBro of 15 years, and before that I've been an Australian male my entire life, believe it or not. And thought I'd have a chat with you today about what we're going through, because it's a little unusual. It's very unusual, to be honest. It's unprecedented, as everyone's saying, and things can be a bit challenging at times because it's weird. You can't go and give a mate a hug or shake someone's hand like we've been taught to our entire lives. So there are some changes at the moment, but I think with a few simple tips that we can all get through and look after each other together. And I reckon that's one thing Tasmania's really good at, and that's looking after each other. Look, as a MoBro, like I said, I've learnt how to be a better mate, a better husband, a better father over this Movember journey I've had. And one thing that I've always kept front of mind is just some tips to help me look after those around me. It's a little friend of mine I like to call A.L.E.C. It's A.L.E.C. It's an acronym that you can rely on and just revisit whenever you need to. And I think at these times it's more important than ever to be looking after those around you. So we've got A. A is for ask. Now I think everyone's across this one now. It's all about speaking up, staying chatty. It's all about, are you okay? Ask your friend how they're doing, especially if they seem a little bit off. Get around them, ask them, you haven't quite been yourself lately. Is everything okay? Or is there anything you want to have a chat about? Ask. Which leads us to L, which is listen. Something that I've always struggled with is listening. I'm an Aussie bloke. If I hear a problem, I just want to fix it. I want to come at you with a solution. I want to tell you how to change it. But one of the most supportive things I've learnt that you can do for someone is to shut up, stop, and just listen. Leads us to E. A.L.E. E is encourage action. Now for a lot of us, we've got a lot of tools that we often go to after a bad day. It might be getting home from work, going for a run or a walk, taking the dog for a walk. Might be picking up the guitar or catching up with a mate. Now some of those things have changed during this time, but you've got to find new ways of doing those things. Encourage action. E is encourage action. Now for some people, encouraging action might be encouraging someone to seek professional help. If that's the stage that they're at, encourage them and reinforce that that's the next positive step for them to take. And finally, it's C, which is check in. You've asked the question, you've listened, you've encouraged action. Don't now go into your shell and avoid that awkward conversation that you've been brave enough to have and ignore it. Check in again, follow up with your friend to see how they're doing. Make sure that they've taken that action. We said that you'd try this. How did you go with that? Okay, do you want to try it again or try something different if it didn't work? Check in again and stay in touch. We're being physically distant, but it's really important to stay socially connected. And while it's different at the moment, it's actually pretty easy. It can be as simple as picking up the phone, dropping a text, checking in with someone in the tea room when you see them. I reckon Tasmanians are some of the best in the world at looking after each other. We've got one of the most fantastic communities in the world, and I reckon we've got this. So look after each other, be kind to yourselves and be kind to each other. Good luck.
Well, there you go, MoBros and MoSisters. There's some practical tips on how to get through. But please remember, the government has some more formal resources available if you need.